Day Not Like Us, thundering through the stadium and resonating across screens worldwide, marked the explosive impact of Kendrick Lamar's performance on this year's Super Bowl halftime show. As I watched this performance live, I was struck by raw energy and undeniable power. But to truly appreciate and understand the significance of this halftime show, you must look back on the history of the show, with its legendary performances and past heights of experience there, and ultimately the impact of Kendrick Lamar's performance that left a cultural phenomenon. For an article titled For People Like Me, Only Watching Super Bowl for the Halftime Show, Mike Gavin explains how in 1967, the very first Super Bowl halftime show was the University of Grambling and the University of Arizona, featuring trumpeter Al Hurt. Why? Because in the time, if you weren't going to get food or going to the bathroom, you were just sitting there with nothing to do for 25 minutes or 30 minutes between the first period and the second period. The pioneer woman explains how the NFL's entertainment team, which is made up of league executives, production experts, and Rock Nation, which is Jay-Z's executive team, select artists based on their genre, cultural impact, and the show has to be big enough to rival the game itself. Legal professionals quoted that it's an opportunity for artists to showcase their talents globally and worldwide. It's more than just a show, it's a celebration. As this year was the most watched Super Bowl halftime show in history with 133.5 million viewers, the most that has ever happened in history. Because celebrity performances are what makes an audience want to tune in, especially for me, who only watches Super Bowl just to see who's performing and what they're doing. Shamika Rhimes with The Parade explains how in 1993, Michael Jackson set the stage and the scene with a most incredible, show-stopping, fascinating performance of all time, which set the halftime norm of a big audience presence. Then the NFL wanted to make an effort that, okay, if we want to get viewers, we have to have someone with a big name to come perform. And this is when it started happening, and we have people like the Rolling Stones, Katy Perry, Bruno Mars, Rihanna, Beyonce. The Billboard says that this is the greatest milestone that anyone can achieve as a musician. Which brings us to this year's performance. The show starts. It's dark. Uncle Sam, played by Samuel L. Jackson, comes out and says, "This is the great American game." But is it the game on the football field or the game that America plays with its citizens? The Root article says that the stage is played out as a PlayStation controller. As Kendrick symbolizes that his life is like a game. He has dancers dressed in red, white, and blue, and the Times of India explains how when they make the shape of the American flag and Kendrick stands in the middle, it symbolizes the division of America based on politics and anything else going on in our economy. The lights in the crowd read "Warning, Wrong Way" as Kendrick Lamar stands in a prison yard. Is it emphasizing that America is going the wrong way, or people who lead lives of crime are going the wrong way? The Newsweek article also explains how Samuel L. Jackson dressed as Uncle Sam and as a sanitized America, which the sanitized America explains how Black artists can express themselves or in a controlled environment. And Uncle Sam is like, okay, they're too ghetto, it's too loud, which is really in general how Black voices are policed on mainstream spaces. The Times of India also explains how Serena Williams came out of nowhere, crip walking on stage. It wasn't just a dance for fun, but it was a shout out to America, as in Wilmington, she was fined for crip walking. And it also could be seen as a jab at Drake, as that was his past relationship. And if we think about the Drake feud and everything that's happened with that, which the People's Magazine explains that started in March of 2024 when Kendrick dismisses Drake's and his claims of misconduct in the song Like That featuring Metro Boomin and Future. And the feud intensified over diss tracks and from both sides, and we can see that Kendrick has obviously won that battle and the beef when he performed Not Like Us with his A minor chain and all the shots he took at Drake. which also accuses Drake of his misconduct. At the end of the performance, the crowd reads "Game Over," which is a symbolization to the show or the beef that's happening between Drake as Kendrick just wants peace for all. So we have to be able to appreciate the history of the show, from its humble beginnings, legendary past performances, and profound impact that Kendrick Lamar has now left on this cultural phenomenon. Thank you.